So the beautiful thing is that a lot of what we're going to learn here isn't just about luxury real estate. It also will apply to just regular real estate. It could apply to your $300,000 sale, or it could apply to an $8 million sale. But we will get into intricacies that may only pertain to the higher end, and that's great too. So you're going to learn the basics to the most intricate things that you can do to build that luxury business. So why did I start the Mastering Luxury with Sandra to begin with? Hi everyone, and thanks for joining me for the very first episode of our podcast, Mastering Luxury with Sandra. I'm Sandra Rathe, your host, and I look forward to going on this journey with you. Well, I said this is our first podcast episode. It's not our first episode of Mastering Luxury. I've actually been doing this for 3.5 years across the globe. I've been inviting people on a Zoom with hundreds of people showing up every month and representing 35 different states at a time, up to 3-4 different countries. So because of the great response that we had to that, we decided to move this over to a podcast so that we could reach more people that wanted to learn about luxury real estate. So the beautiful thing is that a lot of what we're going to learn here isn't just about luxury real estate. It also will apply to just regular real estate. It could apply to your $300,000 sale, or it could apply to an $8 million sale. But we will get into intricacies that may only pertain to the higher end, and that's great too. So you're going to learn the basics to the most intricate things that you can do to build that luxury business. So why did I start the Mastering Luxury with Sandra to begin with? Well, when I started my career, I didn't have any friends or family that were in real estate. I had recently moved across the country, and I got into real estate really just, it was kind of by accident, to be honest with you. I had 3 kids that were little. They all started going to school, and I really just didn't know what to do with myself. I had been a CPA in my prior world before having kids, but I didn't want to go back to that. I wanted to have some flexibility. So I decided to get my real estate license. I thought I was going to go into property management. Well, I quickly learned that that really wasn't something that was promoted where I lived, and I'd have to travel to the east coast of Florida to do it. And I just decided it wasn't for me. So I already had the license, and I said, well, let me go ahead and give this a try. So I jumped into real estate in 2009, and I found that it actually was a pretty good fit, despite the fact that I didn't plan to do it. So when I got in, I started off with farming, and I farmed a community that was, in kind of an average price point. It wasn't fancy, it wasn't luxury, but it was an average price point. And from there, my business grew. We grew to the point where we were selling, 90 million a year. And I wasn't selling a lot of luxury. For the first 10 years in real estate, I would do 1 deal a year. Just one that was luxury. And I would have a little party every time. I'd be like, yay, I did my $1 million deal for the year, and now I'm done. And I literally would have a joke about how it was one and done, and I'd wait till the next year to have another one. But of course, everybody wants to get into luxury. It's not like I was avoiding it. I just wasn't in it. And one day I went to a seminar, and it was all about luxury. And I sat in that seminar and I just thought, wow, why am I not doing this? I have the skills, we've got the clientele, we've got the systems and the processes that would make us successful, but we hadn't entered into that arena yet. And after that seminar, I went home and I said, why not me? Why am I not doing this? We've got this. So I went home, and the most important thing that I changed that day was my mindset. I had to get my head around moving into that arena and really going after that clientele. So first I changed my mindset. Then I changed my marketing. I changed my branding. We really dove headfirst into it and said, how can we make what we already do work in the luxury arena? And for us, it was an easy transition because we had such good processes and procedures with what we were already doing. So we just had to pick that up and move it into the luxury arena. So for us, it was a great transition. The first year that I made that decision, we closed about 10 luxury properties. So that was a big jump from our one moving up to 10. So then the next year, we kept pushing, kept increase the marketing, making sure that the luxury branding was there. And we closed probably 15 that next year. Year 3 into this journey, we closed in the 20s. Year 4, we had 45 luxury sales. It was so exciting to become one of the top luxury agents in our area. Literally, we became the second most producing luxury agent in our county. And when we did that, I looked back at that and said, I want to share this story with other people. I want to be able to help those who were like me when I started and I didn't know how to get into luxury. I didn't know what to do. And I was okay not being in the luxury arena until I realized I could do it. And so I want to bring this information to you guys. And how am I going to do that? We're going to be interviewing top luxury agents from around the globe. They all have a unique story. Not one of them, not two of them, have the same exact story. They all come from different backgrounds, different companies. They grew up in different parts of the world. And it's really interesting to hear where they came from and where they ended up. Again, we don't care what brokerage they're with. We're open to all brokerages, small or large. We are going to give you a great experience, and you're going to be able to look at that and say, how can I get into luxury? Or maybe you're in luxury. How can you expand within luxury? Everybody has a different story, a different way of going about what they're doing, and it's something will resonate with you. Not everything is going to be perfect for you, but if you can take one little nugget from what we're talking about and add that to your business and make an improvement, then we've considered it a win. What I'd like to do is, I'm a great farmer. I do a lot of geographic farming. I've got great systems and processes for that. That may not resonate with you, but one of our guests may be somebody who focuses on social media. Another guest may be somebody who focuses on networking. Everybody's got a different way of approaching it, and you're going to find that person that resonates with you, and hopefully you'll be able to learn something that will build your business and take you to that next level. So I hope that you're going to go on this journey with me and learn from these top agents from across the globe. Before I jump off here, I just want to share a little bit about me personally. I mentioned that I got into real estate back in 2009. I have a great family. I have married for 28 years. Yes, I said 28 years. And I have 3 grown children, 25, 24, and 22. And my youngest at 22 is part of my team and sells real estate with us. I love to play pickleball. I love to do outdoor sports, hiking, skiing, boating, huge boater. We live on the water, so we're always boating. So I'd love to hear more about all of you and what your interests are, and hopefully we can share something in common besides just real estate. Thank you for joining us for Mastering Luxury with Sandra. Make sure to subscribe and follow us so that you never miss a moment of the inside look at luxury real estate.